gambling made it profitable to have fights all the time because people loved to gamble. So they'd have all these people fighting. And Thais, they even altered their style to accommodate the gambling. Like the first round, they would go real slow because they wanted everybody to place their bets. So they would just take it slow, and everybody knew the fight didn't really begin to the second or the third round. So it wasn't like American fighting where you would have like a Mike Tyson who'd be cherished for knocking people out very quickly. Like there would be over-under bets. Is Tony Tubbs going to last the first 3 minutes of the fight? You know, is Michael Spinks going to last the first 3? Like world-class fighters. Dude. Imagine getting hit by Mike Tyson when he was 20 years old. Imagine how horrible that would be. He was at the fights this past weekend. I said hi to him. Hi, Mike.
That's so weird.
It's amazing. He's still a tank, too, dude.
Yeah.
Terrifying looking person. Like, there's a video of him hitting the bag. He's like 51 years old or something like that. Hitting the heavy bag, and you're like, oh, okay, he could still fuck you up. 100%. Like, in terms of, like, retired heavyweight champions, there was a trend that existed, you know, where someone would retire and then they would, you know, they wouldn't keep their form. They would get heavy. And that happened with Mike. He got like very heavy. Look at this.
49-year-old Tyson.
49. So this is like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck all this. Give me some volume. Dude. Wow. Fuck that. Dude. 49-year-old Mike Tyson will put you to sleep. Yeah. 100%. And when you're around him, you realize you're like, he's just.
Can't believe they put that on there.
Who is that?
The rapper, Meek Mill.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, Meek.
Yeah.
See, I blame his trainers right there.
Wow.
If I was the guy holding the camera, I'd be like, stop it. Okay. First of all, we got to straighten this whole thing out before you start hitting hard. You gotta move. Here, look at all this. This might be just a personal trainer, not a boxing person, but I'm looking in the background, and I feel like I see boxing and stuff on the wall. Play that video. Young Mike Tyson with Customato. Oh, my God. You want to change the way you feel about physics? Customato was old and dying. He was a really old guy, but he had just this deep knowledge of psychology and boxing. And he trained this unbelievably fast and powerful, talented kid who had massive hunger for success. The whole story of Mike Tyson a lot is wrapped up in the story of Customato, who had been around forever. And this is his last and greatest pupil, and Mike knew it. Mike knew it while it was happening. And by the time he won the heavyweight championship, Customato had already died. But he dedicated it all to him. There was nobody like him. And, you know, people like... They say, oh, you know, but he never fought Ali and he never fought these guys. That, you know, his era, people weren't as good. Maybe, but everybody in his era, he fucked up. All of them up until Spinks, or excuse me, until Hendricks.
Buster.
No, well, Buster, yeah. Buster was the first one to beat him, but I meant Holyfield.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up I am. I said Hendricks. I was trying to remember what the fight was. When Holyfield beat Tyson those 2 fights in a row, like that was big. And when Tyson bit his ear, like that was big. Like that was like when you realize like he's not the same guy he was.
We both lived in Columbus when Buster Douglas knocked him out. That was a crazy. Like he became the big fucking hero. No one knew who he was really. I feel like
yeah,
when I was young, and then he was supposed to take over the east side of the city. He was gonna like change everything, have a big giant boxing gym, and never happened.
You know the story of Buster Douglas? It's an amazing story. His mom died. His mom died when he was in training for the fight.
Oh, really?
And all of his life, he had kind of been really talented as a boxer, but hadn't really completely dedicated himself to it. So when his mom died, he went completely insane in the gym in preparation for Tyson. And then when he came out there, it was like 2 people that had the exact opposite things happen to them. For Tyson, he had just been smashing everybody for so long. He was so good and so scary. He would win fights before they would even start. It would just be a matter of whether or not you were going to make it out of the first round sometimes. He was just smashing people. But for Buster Douglas, it was like he had some good fights and some bad fights, and he wasn't completely consistent, but he was talented. But then when his mom died, it was right when the time when Tyson was, just overconfident. He was a 46-1 underdog, I think. Is that what it was?
I think so.
It was marketed as